The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play action now with Purdy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hawk 70. 19 tight.
On 3rd down, Purdy skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. He manages 13 on this punt return. And it'll be Seahawks football. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing off the play fake here. He's going deep this time. Maybe some nerves. It's an interception on his first pass. That's Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a 49er first down.
Yeah, he lost to Indian.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, One of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
We know. We know you take your losses.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They'll run it from the gun. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Oh.
Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
To the air, 3rd and long. Brought in along the sideline, just need an official ruling, and they say catch. Great play.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
He's probably on the phone talking to Buckeye. Could tell by the way he's talking.
This one's caught. He has the San Francisco touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That's taken in by Cup. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Darnold looking to throw. Connects with Fant. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again, following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Darnold to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Throwing here, Darnold. Gets this to Fant. Has room into the secondary.
Oh, shit.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Yeah, it's a playoff game for the free league.
For the first time this game. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
And you got a game. And you got a game against Buck in the money league.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Leonard Williams applying the hit there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that
He still doesn't have internet yet.
Bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Set. Left wing 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Here's Purdy to throw. And there's a man there. It's
Fuck.
intercepted. And the Seahawks get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First, he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
Ready.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go.
Handoff running left. Walker. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
That'll do it for 1/4 of this. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Now Darnold. He rolls to his right. He just throws this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. It's caught for the 1st. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points.
I didn't say anything.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. They'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. Gets it to the 15. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers tie things up at 14.
Stay off of Facebook, man.
Handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchdown.
You just said you saw it on Facebook.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Darnold now to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
2nd and 10 now. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Bernardo Green with that tackle.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 13.
He held on to that shit.
And he'll go down here at the 16. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. From the red zone now. Cup on the catch. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Walker. Will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Quick throw left side, complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back to throw now.
Oh, shit.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Made me jump for that ball.
The Seahawks take a 2nd quarter lead. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 2nd and 3. Completed here to McCaffrey. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
From the gun, McCaffrey. He'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by Demarcus Lawrence. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers with the football. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Come on, set. Top low, 18.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Go.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. But that's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the 1st row.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
19 line.
Now it's Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers tie this game at 21. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
Ready up.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Finds him. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. To throw, here's Darnold. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the 49ers will go on offense. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Let's go now. 79 Broncos.
Shotgun snap for Purdy.
Good hand.
That's incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver can take the lid off the defense at any time.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. Down the sideline inside the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the gun is Purdy.
Oh, I didn't throw it right to him.
Kobe Bryant has it. And the Seahawks make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
Here goes, son.
Looking to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, son. Ready? Set.
Walker now from the gun. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
He's got a man left. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. On the move, headed right. This one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go, son.
Here's Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
To the air, third and long. Sideline.
That's pure garbage,
man.
man.
Their feet down two. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Another try following the sack. That's Cup on the slant. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He still got that shit off.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll throw it yet again. Escapes the pocket. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Here he is on 3rd and long. The throw is caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Back to throw it. He's on the move. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
They'll run here on 1st down. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Reek Woolen. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Another carry for him. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Putting a receiver in motion. Purdy on 1st down.
That was dumb.
Oh, brother, it's another interception.
Shut up. Shut up.
And the Seahawks are finally stopped on the return, but they'll still take over.
No, I just threw a bad pass. Threw a bad pass.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Brown. And the 49ers will gain possession up beyond their own 20 after a nice return. There are costly
I'm playing mirror.
interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Nearly an interception on that play. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Defense too much. The Seahawks drag him down.
Well, I think they like to say in baseball, clear the mechanism. And that's what you got to do. You've got to let that play go and simply move on to the next. Hey, listen, rare is the game where pass protection ever is going to win 100% of the time, so move on to the next one.
From their own end zone, and he gets it away. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. 42 yards on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. They give to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And this is picked up by the 49ers. And he's down after getting this up to the...
You can't challenge it. I lit his ass up.
Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially
made him cough it up.
Fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back
BS
on the field.
Play action play like to run all the time.
On 1st down, they'll run. He's got a gain of 6 there. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 47. Connects on the crosser. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Here we go, sack.
Looking to throw, Purdy.
Wrong button. Wrong button. About to throw a pick.
Looking for Brandon Ayuk. So 2nd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
I made him fumble.
Give it's Garindo. And he's tackled with the 1st down.
On what?
Okay, you know me.
No, he does. You know, it's that play action rollout he like to do.
Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But
the play action play where he has the player coming across the field on the dig route. As soon as the player came across field, I made him lose a couple teeth.
McCaffrey headed right. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Going run again with McCaffrey. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Come on. Set. 7 Pirates. Set, go.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 4th and long. Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. It's a 36-yard look for him. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off by Fred Warner. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down around the 34. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Hunter! Ready?
Looking to throw. It's taken in by Juszczyk. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. He was good on his 1st kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. Got all of it, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And this is picked up by the 49ers. And they finally drag him.
Mirror conceded on me. That was crazy. Yeah. Yep. No, I fumbled. He did the play again. He did the His player came across the field. So, yep. Yeah, that was me. That was a user catch. I scored a field goal. He held me to a field goal.